Hello, one and all, to this Everyday podcast where I'm going to be previewing the final four of the FIFA World Cup, and I can't wait to do it. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday evening. Lots of sport going on, even though the World Cup finals is on Sunday. The semi-final one is today, semi-final two is tomorrow, and it's going to be brilliant. As I speak, KL Rahul goes back to the pavilion. India having a little hiccup here, chasing 250 odd in Birmingham. No runs for Virat, 5 out of 6 for him, and Rohit as well, just 11. But not cricket today. Football, as you can tell, is the chat by the thumbnail. And already good to see a lot of people joining me in the chat. Sanjay, Anand, and of course, the rest of the lads as well. He goes on to say, Sanjay, as an England fan, we should support Spain today because even if we win against Argentina, then we'll need to face France, and Spain is easier. And are you in touch with Abneesh? Anand Sharma saying that, and Sumit saying, hey, Bhargav Gopal saying hello as well, yo. So, guys, France v Spain, what's going to happen? I mean, I was looking at all the previews, listening to all the podcasts, and I'm thinking to myself, on paper, this is going to be one of the most intriguing games we've seen all World Cup. Two highly skilled teams, plenty of World Cup pedigree. We're talking about the 2010 World Cup champions against the 2018 World Cup champions. Argentina, of course, are the defending champions, but they were given a proper run in Qatar by France. So they want to probably win it for Deschamps, who's made it to his third World Cup final with this team. Mbappe has been fantastic this season, 8 goals for him. But look, Spain have weapons themselves, not just off the bench in Mikel Merino, but Orzabal, and I think he's going to have a big say tonight. Even though he's got half the goals that Mbappe has got this World Cup with 4, he's got to cause problems. And I feel the French defense, as resolute as they've been, they will have a tough test tonight, it's fair to say. Now, team news, Tchouameni comes back. Now, you expect him to slot straight into the starting 11 and probably seeing Cody make way. Now, the front four, as electric as they are, it's take your pick. Now, Doué has, of course, come off and got some minutes, but they preferred to go with, of course, Olise, Dembele, Mbappe, and Barcola. Sometimes they like to have a swap here and there. Remember, Ryan Cherki is still waiting for his bit off the bench. Let's see if he has a telling say. If the game goes into the extra time period, then you're thinking France could really bring on more Arsenal off the bench. Keep your comments coming through. More than happy to take them. Kazim Mirza saying France versus England for him, or France versus Spain. Nagabhushan Kaushik saying Aram Asad, yes, brilliant. Everything is perfect. Tumba Chanagidani, Jim Hogidani, everything is amazing. So please get some thing to drink, something to eat. If you guys have finished your dinner, great, because this chat is going to go on for at least 25 to 30 minutes. I might even talk about a little bit of Manchester United, and like I said, the cricket as well, and what I've observed so far. Do you think the match will be decided in 90 minutes, extra time, penalties? I think it'll be penalties, but who knows? Because if you look at what happened in the UEFA Nations League semi-final, these two teams played against each other not too long ago, 2025 that is, and it was 5-4 Spain. Now, some would say lightning can't strike twice, but you look at how Spain have been. I mean, they've just kept clean sheet after clean sheet. Belgium were the first team to beat them in terms of that header from Decatelare. So I feel France, with all the Wawa Woom and amazing acumen they have up front, it's going to be an absolute test for them indeed. My support is towards England. Harry Kane is in good form. We'll talk about England, Argentina in just a bit. But France, Spain, team news, I was saying France, I think essentially what they've shown is just amazing unity more than anything else, because you got to remember their manager had an absolute emotional tragedy in the midst of the tournament. I think regards to his daughter, flew back home. He came back. I think Mbappe scored right after that in terms of one of his 8 goals, and then he ran towards the manager. So they seem really transformed. They also seem like a side they want to win this World Cup no matter what. And I know lots of French fans, even today in Bangalore, even though they've opened up the floodgates here to watch the FIFA proceedings till 3:30 in the morning, and big up to DK Shivkumar to doing that. But let's see how it actually unfolds out there. The game is going to be played, I think, in Dallas, this one. So it makes you think about all the other games which went on in the World Cup this year there. England, Croatia was in Dallas, I think. Argentina, Austria was in Dallas as well. Portugal, Spain was in Dallas, where Ronaldo got knocked out with that Marino late goal. So Dallas has already seen its moments of drama. Will we see more tonight? I wish countries could use players from their own league, saying Sanjay, and Manan Trivedi saying, hello, brother. Good to see you. AB Exposed saying, hey, brother, Ankit from Whitefield, all eyes on dictator today. Yeah, I mean, Mbappe, the president, I think that goal he scored against Morocco was absolutely brilliant. First of all, Bodo is an incredible goalkeeper. He won AFCON Goalkeeper of the Year, I think 2 years running now, maybe just the first one for him. But it was just a brilliant finish. He uses Diop, I think the defender was, as a shield and just bends it around. And Mbappe has different goals in his locker. And I think he'll really test Kobasi in terms of the centre-back of Spain today. I think even the right-back of Spain, left-back Cucurella, they'll have to get it right. They'll absolutely have to get it right. Now, Spain, on the other hand, I think they might even have a starting position for Ferran Torres. He's been pushing really hard to get into that starting 11. They might even displace Alex Buena, who started on the left wing for them. They might bring in Nico Williams, who's been brilliant, fantastic. In fact, if you look at Spain in their last tournament, in the Euros, Nico Williams was sensational for them when they won it. So Nico Williams on the left, Lamine on the right, and then, of course, Orzabal up front, and Marino to bring off on the bench. They still have fantastic midfielders who probably haven't shown their glimpses like they have in previous tournaments. I'm talking about Pedri. Rodri, obviously, was, I think, phenomenal against Portugal. Really ran the show over there. So everything goes through him in that Spanish team. So I think they will dominate the ball, even though French are very, very good in terms of their front four, beg your pardon, pressing. Mbappe starts to press. There are certain triggers that if you see, it's going to be very, very clever how they're going to go about it, especially with Unai Simon. He's not the best distributor in the world, the Spanish goalkeeper, but they can exploit him because he likes to, take a touch or two. He's not just a hoofer of the ball. Let's see how it goes through, though. Mbappe is literally a cheat code in a World Cup night. I mean, what he did in the World Cup final as well was fantastic in 2022. So he's really chomping to the bit to get to greatness and World Cup greatness for sure. Are you going for any screening or just enjoying at home? Good question, Vrinda. I mean, there were a couple of invites from my friends. There's one of my friends who's actually having a birthday party tonight. So she said, come home, watch the match. Might go there and watch it with her friends. Or I might go to Dorf in Ranagar, but apparently it's packed. There is, of course, 1522 Ada at Cambridge Layout. There's some random people sending me random things to go to. Let's see how it all kind of goes through with me, because I've not made my mind up yet. And even though it's a 12:30 kickoff, you're thinking to yourself, maybe you just might kind of go through with it. Mike Menyon, Unai Simon will be the savior, saying Sumit. And essentially now we're thinking to myself how the goalkeepers are going to come into it, because Unai Simon, remember, has had that clean sheet record, but like I said, Belgium got past him. I think France will score, and I think it will be a high-scoring game tonight, even though the defenses have been very miser this tournament. Sanjay saying, hey, brother, just wanted to address you are doing exquisite work on Instagram. Very optimistic. Love it. Go check out my last few reels. I met the ex-strength and conditioning coach of Team India while playing pickleball with him. Randomly stumbled upon that man. And go give it some love. Just would appreciate all you guys to just get in the comments and shower some love over there. But nevertheless, what are your predictions with France, Spain? Because I know what you guys are going to do tomorrow. Whatever I say today in terms of my predictions, you guys will definitely give me shit for it. So likewise to you guys. So be bold. Anand, Sanjay, AB Exposed, Manan Trivedi, Vrinda, all of you guys, France, Spain predictions, lock them in right now. In fact, I was actually going to put a poll out on YouTube, but I let that be because right now, right here, I'm enjoying the chat as it is. What's your thought on Yuri Tellman signing? I think it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. I mean, initially when I thought about it yesterday, I wasn't really convinced, but more and more I think about it, he's not too bad as a player. And I was looking at his stats, Premier League proven, 29. Yesterday, I thought he was maybe 2-3 years older, but he's 29. And it's a bargain, to be fair, to get a player of that ilk for 35 mil. You can't ask for more. And nowadays in football, 70, 80 million players have failed. So I'm really happy that United have got this signing. We've got Andre Santos. Let's see how that works. And everyone's already kind of talking about Bruno and Menu and those two to complete the midfield. But there's plenty more signings to come, at least I hope, as a United fan. Right. Anand Sharma saying 3-1 to France. Aryan saying 2-1 to France. Sanjay saying 5-3 to France. And Sumit also agreeing France. He's not given a prediction. But everyone going the Le Bleu route here. And I wouldn't really blame you all, because what France has shown us this World Cup has been fantastic. You look at their road to the semi-final as well. They've come up against some good teams. You look at Morocco, how they displaced them last time around. They beat Paraguay, even though Paraguay were a stern test. South American opponent, always in your face, but France came through in that. And to get out of the group like they did so comfortably, having Norway, Senegal, and Iraq, showed you that France are here and they mean business. Now, who's going to score today? I'm actually thinking to myself whether it could be Olise. I think Olise and Mbappe and Orzabal, those are my 3 goal scorers. I think it could go 1-1 and then 2-1 to France in extra time. It'll be a gassing sort of afternoon because it's going to be sweltering conditions in Dallas. In fact, I have a friend who's going to go for that match, and I have another friend who's going to go and take his wife to the England-Argentina game in Atlanta. So I'll try to get ground zero reactions from them. Sanjay saying, Abneesh, can we expect a live after the World Cup? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll talk about it in tomorrow's night show as well, but I won't be doing a live at 3:30 in the morning, that's for sure. Yo Bhaiya, anytime coming soon to Ahmedabad? By the looks of it, not anytime soon, Jay, but if I do, you guys will be the first to know through my Instagram. Brinda saying, no prediction, bro. The best and stronger ones will always win. Okay, appreciate that. But you can't sit in the friends. You have to kind of pick a team. And even if you call it wrong, no problem. I just want to know what your thinking is. Dembele, Shirky, and Mbappe saying Sanjay. And Shirky scores, he'll have some celebration for sure. I feel 2 for Mbappe and 1 for Dembele. Look, guys, ultimately, France, I think, when I look at this fixture, France could actually start well favourites on paper. But Spain, Lamal's not really come to the party. And if he really decides to turn up tonight, that'll be a handful as well. So I'm not really putting it past Spain. In fact, there was one tweet I came across in 2021, and they predicted at that point in time that the 2026 World Cup final will be Argentina-Spain. So make what you want to make of that. I'm going 2-1 France, and I will continue with my semi-finals analysis with England-Argentina next. Before I do so, please smash a like and tell a friend about the Hegde Everyday channel. And most of you guys joining me right now, welcome. Vrinda saying, finally, she sat off the fence and going with Spain. Yamal is mostly switched off in this World Cup. Brother, do you feel the same as just me? Who thinks the attackers always get more credits, though the defenders play a very big role? I mean, I understand how hard it is to defend because I think I've played all 3 positions of the football pitch. So I understand exactly the pros and cons and the happiness and sadness of a midfielder, a defender, or a striker in that case. Dictator will set a new record for 3 consecutive finals and goals in all 3 finals, saying Manan Trivedi. Imagine that record for Mbappe. And I wouldn't, again, disbelieve you here because what Mbappe has shown us, not in 2018, but in 2022 as well, is just take it to the next level. He's so fast and at times, like, it's hard for the linesmen to really call between the lines because the balls that Olise and Dembele feed him, and he makes those darting runs across. It's just very, very tough as a right back, centre back, and as a left back indeed.
I have a question.
Okay.
Is Andre going to be in the studio tonight?
Yes.
He is?
Yes.
So I might have to stay up for that.
Yeah, but you won't get to see it in India.
Oh no, where are they airing it? What is he going to play? Like Sky Sports?
No, Fox.
Interesting.
Yes, sorry for that. Mr. Messi saying Usha Gowda. And I think Mr. Messi and Yamal will come to the final. Lots more comments, which I will definitely take. But if you guys are wondering what my plan is if France win, subscribe to my Instagram channel because I'm literally reaching 100K very, very shortly. You guys will see that tomorrow. But England, Argentina is next. But before I move on to that, what's your favorite France-Spain memory? That's what I wanted to ask you all. Tell me in the chat, when you just generally think of this fixture, what comes to mind? Which players come to mind? For me, I would go 20 years back. Some of you guys might not have been born, maybe toddlers at that point in time, but I was 14 at the time, and it was a World Cup quarterfinal, if I remember correctly, in Germany, France v Spain, and it was pretty good. I mean, France won that game, beating Spain, but the likes of Vieira, the likes of Zidane, Henry, against a very, very good Spanish team. But let's see what happens tonight, because it's a different era. It's Mbappe versus Lamal. It's going to be amazing. Why do I keep calling him Yamal? Because of all the Lakshmi Amma and Lamine Lamal jokes which are going on, I really changed his name. But apologies to the Spanish fans. Lamine Yamal versus Kylian Mbappe. Mad game. And FIFA have got their wish, to be fair. They've predicted they wanted these four, and they've got these four. Right, 2 down, 2 to talk about still. England, Argentina. And this is the game, I think, which is going to have all of it. It's box office written all over it. Messi's first ever game against England. And that's quite a stat, because he's played, 21 years of football. And it's wild that he's not come across England ever. England, Argentina, it'll be, I think, a high-scoring game. We might even see a 4-3, a 5-4. I'm not joking. I generally think the defense of these two teams can be bleached. We've seen how Argentina have been coming through obstacle after obstacle, but they have conceded goals in various periods of the tournament, and similar with England. So the strikers of each team have, of course, shone bright. You're talking about Messi, Julian Alvarez. Some of the midfielders have also popped in with goals for Argentina, with regards to McAllister and his fantastic header, Enzo and his fantastic header to win the game before the last one. And it's going to be, again, Jude Bellingham to somehow shake off those Argentine defenders, because what he's coming up against this time around is dogs. And I mean dogs in the most robust, over my dead body sort of way. And that's the Argentine philosophy for the longest time. When they had Maradona, when they had Messi, when they have Messi, it's almost like the 10 guys get rejuvenated to fight for that one-star player. And they all have amazing vigor and fight and tenacity just to win the ball and whatever it is, and play dirty and play cheap, but like to get the job done. And sometimes you need to get the job done. As much as we can moan and complain about so many things which go on in football, and sure, there are some decisions which have been a farce. There have been decisions which make you raise an eyebrow, but we have been seeing this in football for the longest time. Maybe it's been coming even more in front of us. But essentially what Argentina have done is win. And they've got their wins through great goals, through persistence, through a never say die attitude. And that's what I resonate with. Even though I'm not an Argentine fan, I resonate with that because United are like that in their pomp, right? So I respect Argentina with that regard, and I understand why all their fans are still really keen to have Messi win their second World Cup. And Argentina, you can't put it past them. Even if England go 2-0 up, they will probably have some sort of thing. And if it all goes off, it all goes off. I can see Argentina and their players absolutely have a meltdown at the full-time whistle if they get the wrong side of the result. Because it's going to be emotions sky high for fans, players out there. England, Argentina is not the most prettiest of fixtures in World Cup history. Right from 1986 and that Maradona hand of God goal to 1998 and Beckham getting sent off with Simeone, and then 2002 and Beckham's redemption against Argentina and Japan. So it's a brilliant fixture, this. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, everyone in Atlanta is going to get their money's worth if they're going to get this chance to watch this game live. And it's going to be mad. AB, are you in touch with Avnish? Who's AB? Match of Argentina versus England. It looks like Croatia versus France, which was 2018. I found a similar connection. No, bro, Avnish brother is very big creator now. How can I expect him to be my friend? Okay, fair enough. In England, Argentina, the main player is Jude. It's not Messi versus Kane. It's Messi versus Jude. Saying Manan. And no 3-0 Messi hat trick, and Jude and Kane will not score anything. We're saying Usha Gauda. Okay, let's see if that is the case for Argentina on the 9th. And a lot of Argentina fans, I can tell in the chat. But what are your predictions? Is it going to be 3-0 like Usha said? Or do you think there will be something that England fans will sing about at the end of the night? Because, look, England, as much as we watch the Premier League and we love our English players and our English pundits and our English football, they haven't won a World Cup since 1966. There could be a storyline there. There's a storyline everywhere in any of these four teams. Messi to win it and defend the World Cup, which only 3 teams have done in World Cup history. So that's something Argentina will also look forward to. Now, what will they start with? It's an interesting question because I was actually looking at their starting lineup against Switzerland, and they slightly changed it. They made it a 4-1-3-2 with Messi and Lautaro Martinez up front. But I don't know. I think maybe Julian Alvarez might get the nod because of his worldly. He might even... And then you have those 3 midfielders who are absolutely brilliant. Like I said, Paredes, McAllister, and Enzo. And their defense as well with Romero and Lisandro Martinez. They're just like shithousery, but efficient shithousery. You know what I mean? Sometimes they might leak goals, but when they're playing for Argentina, they just have a different beast in them, man. And I feel it's going to be madness. A great stream idea. Someone with the ball knowledge should be doing stuff like this. Amal Karan, thank you so much. If that is towards me. England 3, Argentina 2, saying Sumit. Okay, which defender can stop Messi? Again, Messi, apparently the stats say that he's walked 47% of his time playing the World Cup games this time around. So he knows exactly how to conserve his energy, pick his moments. And you saw that even with Haaland, right? These big players just know exactly when to sniff around the box and whatnot. Sometimes you might get it wrong, but let's call a spade a spade. Which England defender could stop Messi? I don't think any England defender can stop Messi. They'll have to be more solid together, stopping the main man. There's going to be a lot of threat from the Argentine midfielders because they're all box to box, if you observe it. And I know both these teams have gone through various hurdles coming to the semifinals, whether it's extra time, whether it's nail-biting games. Mexico, England 3-2. Argentina had 3-2, 3-2, and then 3-1 coming into this game. So you can see how they're spent already in terms of emotions, energy, miles in their legs. But now they know they're all just 2 games away from winning a World Cup. And it won't come around for most of these players. Some of them might not feature in the next World Cup. We know that Messi definitely won't feature in the next World Cup. There might be a few other Argentines who might not feature in the next World Cup. Maybe Emi Martinez might not be there. Who else? There are a few others. But time will tell, of course. Now, my prediction with England-Argentina, it's going to be a tough one, man. I see it 2-1 either way. A tension-filled, nervy, break or make, do or die 2-1. And it could just be one of these big names which separate the result on the big night. It could be a Messi left foot finish, bottom right corner. It could be Jude bursting through and a diving header and ecstasy for England and dejection for Argentina. It could be ecstasy for Argentina and dejection for England. I just love the look at this matchup because it's going to be 2 teams who are not the best teams in the World Cup, because I still feel France and Spain have better pedigree that way. But again, on the day, any of these teams can beat each other. And I'm going to call it 2-1. I'll stick my neck out and say England. I mean, no offense to Argentina fans, because if they do win it, I wouldn't be surprised, because they've been got lucky, guys. Let's face it. You kind of create your own luck at times, because one thing is to be getting decisions to go your way. But if you don't get the goals, or if you don't score more goals than your opposition, you lose, right? So let's cut some slack to Argentina, even though some Messi fans, and I say the word some, not all, some are just brain dead. Some are just honestly brain dead. Like there's a large chunk of Messi fans who understand what is what, but there's also a large chunk of Messi fans who are just not willing to listen to an argument. They have Ronaldo rent-free in their head, and it's just pissing off to even have a football conversation, let alone anything with them. Sudarshan saying, hi, sir, love to see you. Amal Khannan saying it's going to be Spain or France. England winners of the World Cup. What do you think? Saying Chris tonight. Could happen. It could happen. And if it's a two-man show for them, it's a two-man show for them. I mean, you see how even the last few games, they weren't really the best team in that Norway game. Norway shouldn't have gone out of the World Cup, in my opinion. They should have probably still been in it. But England, I'd rather play ugly and badly and win than play really well and lose. So if England win the World Cup and they put in a dogged performance against Argentina and they give Argentina a taste of their own medicine in terms of, being absolute, in terms of shithousery, going down, this, that, then we'll see a really touchy match. It'll be tempers flaring for sure. No doubt, brother, I have a strong hope in France. It will be a high-scoring match, surely. I will DM you after France wins. For sure, let me have it. EV exposed, 100%. 2-1 is what my prediction is for both games. Let me confirm that. France to win against Spain, and I think England to get the job done against Argentina, even though it'll be a nervy one. If Argentina absolutely destroy England, you can tell me in the comments in tomorrow's show for sure. Your prediction for finals between who? Beg your pardon, hiccup time. My prediction, the finals, it'll be France v England. Wow, that's a fixture as well, which absolutely caught my eye growing up, because I remember England-France 2004 Euros, and it was Zidane penalty and free kick, and I think Lampard scored for England, and it was just a great game watching that one, and next day discussing with your friends at school and all of that. So France-England for me in the final, and then maybe France just to over England, but I would love a fairy tale story, and I think England have that fairy tale story right now, because if you actually look at it, France have won a World Cup in 2018, Argentina 2022, and Spain 2010, England 1966. So I'd rather have England win it from that regard. But if I say that, people obviously slander me saying, why don't you want Argentina to win it? Because everyone has a choice in life, and you guys can stick to your teams, and I'm not going to diss you all for that. Anand Sharma saying Solot Pro, that Norway player who didn't pass to Haaland, forgot his name. Yeah, that's the man. NRR saying Spain versus Argentina. How's that for a thought? Could be. Very well could be. I mean, that's exactly what many of the people were hoping before this tournament started, actually, because you see an overlap of fans there as well in terms of Barcelona fans, Messi fans, Lamine Yamal fans. So that would be, honestly, a dream final for Spain and Argentina fans. And I think they would be happy either way. If Spain win it, they don't really care because it's not a rival team for Argentina by any stretch of the imagination. And if Argentina win it, I'm sure Spain fans will just be singing the whole Messi song. So it's proper Spain-Argentina vibes for a lot of people. But like I said, I've gone completely opposite, saying France v England. And it's going to be, again, a mouth-watering clash, this. And I'm going to miss the World Cup, guys. Another, week we're going to be going back to preseason friendlies and building up to the Premier League, which starts still 5 weeks from now. The first Premier League game, I think, is 22nd of August. So there's still a lot of preseason games. United, I think, playing 4 days' time against Wrexham, like I said. So looking forward to that. 2 more to go for 20 live viewers, saying that. 18 today, Sanjay is counting. I love that. And are you seeing any cricket today? I am watching the India-England game going on right now. 185 for 4. I can update you all in case you guys don't have your televisions on in front of you all. England scored 258. They were bowled out. And Akshar and Washington trying to come home. We're 185 for 5, essentially. Shubman Gill got retired hurt, but we still need 74 from 94. India should go 1-0 up. They play their second game in two days' time in Cardiff, hoping Rhodes and Kohli score runs there. And that's some shot from Akshar Patel. And the final game will be on the 19th of July at Lord's, which is on the day of the FIFA World Cup final as well. Vrinda saying, and the US Open coming up. Yep, that's also on my list. 21 people watching. Thank you for that. First time ever on the Hegde Everyday platform. It was there for a while. and I will appreciate that indeed. Hot take: I feel the Argentina game is being favored, or Argentina team is being favored this World Cup. Is just really hate train, not a Messi fan. I mean, again, you can look at it how you want to look at it, but you got to call a fact a fact. And I watch all the games. I don't watch football through reels by any stretch of the imagination. I just think sometimes when people just have that comment in the Instagram chat, it's just a lazy comment. There might be players and fans tuning into every World Cup game, watching what happens. And sometimes a large chunk of fans can't be blind. I mean, essentially, what I'm trying to say is that there are fouls that Argentina have committed which haven't been given, and vice versa. And it's happened with every other team. I'm not singling out Argentina, but it's happened more frequent in their games. And it's not just happened this World Cup, but we saw the last World Cup as well. So I'm not, again, an advocate against Argentina. I just feel sometimes this has happened for any big team in the past. So Argentina fans, just stand up for that, but call it for what it is. Don't just say, oh, no, that's not a foul. Look what's happening. Just don't be blind like that. I've met a lot of Messi fans who are smart, who understand that, who respect Ronaldo, who give him his credit, not just be like, oh, yeah, like he's not even worthy to mention in the top 15, 20 footballers in the world. Like, redundant. We're all not disagreeing the fact that Messi is probably one of the best, in fact, probably the best technically gifted footballers on the planet. And I've said that multiple times, but there's so many other facets where Ronaldo's head and shoulders above Messi, but Messi fans won't ever accept that. So it is what it is. Why not a live on Insta? I should start a live on Insta. We will probably do that at some point in time. Now, with 2022 is blatant, but this one, it's not so much, saying Amal Khan. I think this one as well has been games where it has been pretty blatant. And again, there are things that you would see that I wouldn't see. And I think there would be things that I would see that you wouldn't see. And we'd all see it differently. And hence, sport will have it that way. But there are times where you can't ignore what we're seeing. I mean, some people are just blaming on AI and blaming on different camera angles. And I'm just like, no, man. I mean, come on, get out of here. I mean, I know you guys want to defend your team till you die, but you can't lie. You can't lie about certain things. Anyway, Avnish, pick your top 20 viewers on YouTube Lives as we break in the 20 viewers mark. Yeah, Will, for sure. In this World Cup, in the last season, the Premier League raised questions on the refereeing. I mean, refereeing has always been a contentious affair, but this World Cup, we've seen it proper. We've seen it absolutely proper with a lot of big teams getting a lot of favors. And I'm not going to disagree with that. And I'm not going to single out only Argentina. I mean, Argentina have, of course, been in the spotlight because it happens way more frequent in their games. But again, how you see the game and how I see the game is completely different. And I'm someone who's watched football for 25 years. So it's not like I've just jumped on the last 2-3 years watching football. Anyway, I've gone over half an hour previewing this World Cup semi-finals. Hope you guys have had fun and have a great watch tonight. Both the games today and tomorrow are 12:30. I will talk about the England-Argentina a little bit more depth tomorrow, but tonight it's all about France-Spain. 2-1 for me for the French to win it. Let's see if that happens, unless there's something else that the Spanish have in their plans. Until the next time, it's a goodbye from me. I was going to say all of us, but it's pretty much me, my TV, and my remote. Okay, cheers. I'll see you guys soon. Go to Instagram, give me some love, tell a friend, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Good luck and all the best to all of y'all with all your teams. Cheers.